Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching Democratic Newsroom. I'm Akshita Nandgopal. Welcome to the special Bihar edition. The countdown is on to the Bihar election. So the next 30 minutes, I'll be joined by my colleagues, fellow editors here in the India Today Newsroom to discuss what's happening in Bihar. And today, we're going to be talking about the big C word in Bihar, caste. You hear about it every election season, particularly in a state like Bihar. And so that's what we're going to decode for you on whether caste is the biggest factor when it comes to an election in Bihar, and is it just Bihar or across the country as well? I'm joined here by Rajdeep Sardesai, a consulting editor. We have a senior managing editor, Gaurav Sawant, group editorial director for publishing, Raj Chengappa, is here with us, joining us here in our newsroom for a change for the Democratic Newsroom. Also with us are our managing editors, Maria Shakil and Preeti Chaudhary, who we've teleported here into our studio in Delhi because both of them have been out there in Bihar reporting and getting us a sense of what's happening on the ground. So you'll get a sense of what's happening in Bihar as well right now in the run-up to an election. But Rajdeep, I'd like to begin with you. You poised this very perfectly about whether you cast your vote or vote your caste.
That's right. It's not something new. It's been talked about for years. But what I find interesting is every time there's a Bihar election, we suddenly jump and talk about caste. Why don't we talk about it in Mr. Chengappa's home state when it's Vokaligas and Lingayats?
But we do.
Or no, not to the same extent. Why don't we talk about why don't we talk about it in my home state of Maharashtra when there is talk between Marathas and non-Marathas? Why not in Haryana when there are Jats and Dalits? The fact is, caste is a reality. We are referring to it in the political context as a Bihar election. Fair enough. But have you seen classifieds? Wanted for US returned Kshatriya boy, wheat complexion Kshatriya girl. Look at the caste atrocities, particularly against Dalits, that continue to take place in this country. Caste is an unfortunate reality that we have to come to terms with. Yes, caste loyalties matter, therefore, at election time, because people are looking for leaders who will represent their groups. Interestingly, in Bihar, you will have constituencies where Yadav will battle Yadavs. So it's not as if, it's Yadav versus a Kurmi versus a Malla. It will often be people of the same caste because they are in numerical majorities. And we've seen in Bihar itself, Akshita, when, for example, Nitish Kumar won 2010, he won such a massive majority that it couldn't have been that the caste groups were frozen in time. Occasionally, there are other factors that also operate. Caste is one of the many important factors, possibly in some elections.
The biggest factor in Bihar.
You could argue the biggest factor. I actually think over time, caste is slowly being trumped, interestingly, in Bihar by gender. I think gender is becoming one of the factors in Bihar that needs to be looked at, and indeed across the country. It is my new theory that whoever wins the woman vote wins an election.
Which is why you see schemes accordingly.
That's right. So I think, let's not also be frozen in time and only look at caste from that old prism. I also want to make one final point. Politicians, I keep hearing, all you media people in studio only talk about caste during these elections. Politicians choose their candidates based on caste. Even cabinets are chosen on the basis of caste. A few years ago, Narendra Modi ji's cabinet, when it was being reshuffled, into brackets was OBC of a particular leader. So even the government of the day at the center was reminding you that this person was an OBC. So, this is the reality that we all have to live with. And it's not going to change, unfortunately, in a hurry.
What do you think, Gaurav?
Caste may be a wider canvas, but voter today is far smarter. Otherwise, if you just look at the RJD Congress, if they're looking at, that MY combined, Bihar specifically, with the Muslims and the Yadavs 14 and 17% around, they should be winners, right? They should be sitting duck winners, but they're not. A Kurmi with 2.7% or 2.8, less than 3%, is a chief minister for the past 20 years and counting. Except for that short stint of Jitan Ram Manjhi. What does that indicate? Yes, caste matters, but there is a lot more in every party. When you look at either their manifestos or their speeches, what is it that they're promising? And I was just making a list. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is pledging 1 crore jobs. Is it on the basis of caste? No. 1 crore job opportunities in the next 5 years. Asha Karyakartas to get enhanced allowances. Mukhya to get 7,500. Is it Mukhya only of one caste? No. Across the state. Educated unemployed to get 1,000 allowance. Is it only one caste? No. Across the state. Similarly, what is the RJ doing? RJD saying a government job for each family. 2,500 for the Behan Ma scheme, My scheme. Is it only for one caste? No. So caste, yes, is a reality, but now it's a much wider canvas in an aspirational India.
But I said this is caste being replaced by cash. You know what the point is, basically if
you're giving them jobs,
what jobs in every this is a bribery that he's talking about. We discussed this last week. Therefore, if at all you want to defreeze caste loyalties, how are you doing it? By throwing cash at people. I mean, that is also a harsh reality. Let's call a spade a shovel.
So, we call a spade undoubtedly. But is it, if money is being put into people's hands and again, not doled out the way it is, but given as direct benefit transfer, it's putting more money into economy, putting more money in their accounts, helping them in a way bring themselves up, give them jobs, give them a stipend, and it happens world over. It's not as if it's happening only in India.
One week before the election, I suddenly discovered that the Mahilas of Bihar need self-employment through 10,000 rupees in their wallets. 10,000 rupees going to make them entrepreneurs. It's a straight bribery. I mean, the only way you're trying to reduce the impact of caste is throwing cash at people. That's the reality. The so-called guarantees, not just in Bihar, but across the country.
You want caste to remain.
It's a reality.
So when you beyond caste.
So when you build that.
There's an issue with it.
No, Mr. Sawant, when you build, for example, a Hindutva constituency in this country that is directed primarily as the Muslim as the enemy, that's okay. But suddenly when it's caste, I have a problem. You have no problem with communal politics, but you have a problem with caste politics.
I anyway say India first, and Hindus, Muslims all together. And again, when this money is being given, is it only being given to Hindus? It is also going to Muslims. Are Mukhiyas only Hindus? They are also Muslims.
My point is the way you said, should we stick with caste? Caste is a living reality in this country. You cannot ignore it.
Okay, wait.